So let's just ask the big question right up front. What really makes a person captivating? Is it about their looks or saying the right things? Or is it something, I don't know, deeper, something more authentic that just naturally pulls people in? That's the real mystery we're exploring today. And right here, our source material just lays it all out. It suggests that genuine attraction, the real stuff, isn't something you can fake. It's not about tricks or playing games. It's a side effect of real, authentic habits. It's not about playing a character, it's about who you actually are. Okay, so to make this super clear, here's how we're going to break it all down. First, we'll define what this true magnetism even is. Then, we're going to explore the 3 key areas where these habits really show up: in your inner world, in how you connect with others, and how you build a partnership. And then we'll wrap it all up to find the ultimate source of attraction. Sound good? Let's go. So what is true magnetism really? Well, according to our source, it's that effortless appeal that just radiates from how you live your life. It's that positive energy you give off when you're confident, when you're engaged with the world, and when you're just authentically you. And everything, and I mean everything, starts right here. It begins with the relationship you have with yourself. The source is super clear on this. Before you can have a deep connection with anyone else, you've got to lay that groundwork internally. And how do you build that foundation? Well, the source tells us it's built on habits like self-respect, real confidence, and authenticity. It's about creating a rich, full inner world, having a strong sense of who you are completely separate from anyone else. You know, what's so important about this is the distinction it makes. The source describes genuine confidence not as being loud or arrogant, but as this quiet self-assurance. It's being comfortable in your own skin, flaws and all, without needing someone else to tell you you're okay. And this right here just nails it. This is the power of having your own passions and taking care of yourself. When you have a life you genuinely love, full of hobbies and goals, it signals you aren't looking for someone else to complete you. You're looking for someone to share an already amazing life with. And our source says that independence is just incredibly attractive. Okay, so let's move on to the next part. Once you have that strong foundation in place, it naturally changes how you connect and communicate with everyone around you. Now, the habits for connection are all about building a bridge to another person. Our source points to things like active listening and empathy. These are the tools you use to create real, meaningful interactions. They show you actually see the other person. The source puts a huge emphasis on this one: emotional intelligence. Think of it as the ability to kind of read the room, to understand where someone's coming from without them having to spell everything out. This lets you handle tough situations gracefully and offer real support, which makes you a really stable and comforting person to be around. I absolutely love this point from the source. I mean, think about it for a second. How often do you really have someone's complete, undivided attention? When you put your phone away and truly listen, it makes the other person feel incredibly seen and valued. That simple act of being present, it can create a connection that's so powerful and memorable. And that brings us to the final piece of the puzzle. Our source looks at the habits that are absolutely essential for not just starting a connection, but for nurturing it into a strong, healthy partnership that lasts. The huge takeaway here is mutual respect and support. A partnership is like a living thing. It needs constant care. And the habits the source points out, like respecting boundaries and being a cheerleader for each other's dreams, those are the pillars that help it grow strong. Respecting boundaries is about way more than just saying okay. Our source breaks it down into action. It means, communicating your own needs clearly, but just as important, it means paying close attention to their cues, both what they say and what they don't say, and then honoring their need for space without taking it personally. This is such a powerful concept. Being a champion for your partner means you're genuinely in their corner. You celebrate their wins, you support their goals. According to the source, this habit builds an incredibly deep bond because it shows you're invested in their happiness and their growth as a person. That's what creates a true team. All right, so after looking at all of these habits, from your inner world to your interactions to building a partnership, what's the one big takeaway here? What's the real source of this magnetic attraction? Well, this chart really shows it all. See how it all connects? But the foundation, your inner world, your self-respect, your confidence, that's the biggest piece of the pie, and for good reason. How you interact with people and build relationships are just natural results of that strong inner core. And honestly, if there is one single sentence to remember from this whole thing, it's this one right here. The big message from our source is to stop chasing attraction directly. Instead, focus on cultivating an amazing life for yourself.
become a person that you respect. And attraction, well, it will just naturally follow.
So, I'll leave you with this final thought to chew on. Looking back at everything we've talked about, which one of these habits really jumps out at you? What's one small thing you could start doing today, not for someone else, but just to become a more authentic, fulfilled version of you?